Hello everyone, we're working in Photoshop CS4 and today we're going to be talking about making a specific selection of a photo and holding on to the color, and yet the rest of the photo we will drop out to a black and white adjustment. So it'll be part color and part black and white. This is a useful thing to do or to know about if you want to make some colors stand out while you can slide some of the other colors away into a more black and white tonality. Let's get started. We're using the familiar building image. I have another shot here with some red boarded up windows and a nice blue sky. For this one I have one up already, but let's do what we always do, which is Command J, make a second layer so we don't really mess up our original. You can turn the background layer off by hitting the icon. First thing we want to do is decide what we'd like to select, and I think I'd like to preserve this red while the rest of the image will fall away into black and white. Best way to do that, and there are multiple ways to do it, if you wanted to, we can use the magic wand tool, or rather the quick selection tool is one method of doing that. But since we're dealing with large blocks of opaque color that are all very similar, a quick way to do this, and an easier way to make this selection, because it is so easy to get it, is to go up to the top menu, select color range. You will see a color range box show up here in black and white. It's basically showing you what the anticipated mask will be. And when we talk about masks, we have to remember that black hides the adjustment and white is actually revealing the adjustment. You'll also see you have a little icon of a dropper here. Let's move that dropper right over the red and click once, and it automatically knew to find the other reds. What you can do is move this slider back and forth and see that it's trying to grab every tone of red. If I move it all the way to the left, it drops out a lot of the pixels of red. So you want to find a sweet spot where you feel like it is grabbing most of your red values. If you don't feel like you've gotten everything, you can also click the plus right here, which is an add to the selection. Once I'm in the plus tool, you can click around again just to make sure you've gotten all the tones of red. I think we already got that first. I can move my slider to a sweet spot right here, and let's say OK. It automatically loads a selection of these windows. Now I can tell it's somewhat flawed in that we didn't get the tops, but for our purposes, let's go ahead and see if we can kind of make our adjustment happen anyway. While we are live with our selection, come over to the side panel here, an adjustment panel, and go into black and white presets by toggling that open, and let's try green filter. What's going to happen is it's going to launch a black and white layer based on this green filter, but it's going to make the mask save a portion of our picture. So let's do it live and watch what happens. What ended up happening is it launched a mask preserving our selection, which is the windows. And as you can see by the picture live, our windows went to black and white. Well, that's not exactly what we wanted, but there's a very easy fix to this. We can click on the mask once, and we can hit Command I. We'll invert that mask and essentially give us the result we were looking for. It moved our mask from a white reveal, so it's revealing the black and white adjustment, and it's hiding it by these black spots, which are actually where we made our selection to hide. So again, that's a quick fix by Command I. We'll invert the mask, and hit Command I again. It will invert it further. You can also do this by going to the mask menu over here on the side next to the adjustment panel, and while you are live in the mask, make sure you click on it, hit invert. It will do it again. So a shortcut would be Command I. If what you were going for was a full black and white cut with some color, we've accomplished that. If you'd like to drop out the color and not make a full black and white, we can take the opacity slider and move it over, and you'll start to see that blue sky coming in, but what really stands out is the preserved red area. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's a quick one, an easy one to do, and you can try it out on a couple of images where the selection of color you want to preserve is not that challenging. You can also try this by painting in the mask and using your brush in the future if you get comfortable by using the brush tool. Thanks for watching. Hope it helped you out.